The concept of coaching is generally understood, but in business environment, it gets a little fuzzy when we try to differentiate between training, mentoring, and coaching. So let's start with those definitions. Training is all about skills-specific learning. Mentoring is high-level support, is advice based on the wisdom of previous experience. Coaching, if we have the slide, is partnering with others in a thought-provoking and creative process which inspires them to maximize their lives and their profession potential. So coaching is typically a one-to-one relationship with a professional coach who helps you to clarify and articulate what you want most from life and how best to achieve it. So coaching is both training and mentoring rolled into one. In a more strategic slang, is your ability to, is it coming? I guess, yeah, when it goes like this, it doesn't. So this is this one, yes. So it's your ability to help others become more successful. Is your ability to identify and eliminate roadblocks for others in their careers. Is guiding them to achieve full potential and is preparing them for success in their next step. So, oh, can I use this? It works? I don't know if you did it or In coaching, we focus in two areas. One short-term and one long-term. This is in organization. So in short-term coaching, we try to help employees on their performance improvement. What are they struggling right now? What are they going to achieve right now? Helping them to improve in their current role. In long-term goal, we help them to perform on their performance development. So how are they gonna get better in the future? Knowing their strengths and knowing what is their vision for the future. But what are the benefits of coaching for employees and employers and for everyone? Sorry, can you go to the next one? It doesn't work. Benefits for coaching as an employee, as a person that is looking for a job, will help them to grow their skills. I can speak from my own experience. For the last 4 months, I joined a great company named Buoyant. We are consultant in SPM, Sales Performance Management. And I've been very lucky to be coached with one of the leaders. And that made me think and feel, actually, it made me feel it made me feel that they actually see some potentials in me, and they actually are being respectful of my potential, my talent. It's a huge motivator for any employee. And I think if you can see something in me that's worthy of nurturing and growing, I actually need to step up my game. I work harder and faster to make that a reality. So that's a huge motivator, and it will bring job satisfaction. But what about those people that are looking for a job? A coach can help them to sustain actions through tough times. It can help them, he or she can help them to learn from setbacks, to discover their inner resources and strengths as they persist towards achieving their goals. Employees like working for the companies that are actively investing in their future. And I can speak for that myself. But then the question is, what's the benefit for coaches? Why do they need to bother coaching other people? Because it's very time consuming, and usually leaders juggle so many roles. It feels like swimming in a wide pool with a mile long, wide, and an inch deep. But then it's actually helping those leaders to deep dive in one area that they can actually make a difference. Instead of being directive, they get to position themselves as collaborators. Can we go to the next one, please? And because they can make relationship with team members and support employees' growth and provide comprehensive feedback. So all these together help them it actually enables them to increase accountability. They become more creative as they think of new, fresh ways for helping different people on during their different points of their career to encourage them, to inspire them, so they become more creative. And it's very rewarding because you see people grow. You see they're advancing in their career, and that's the biggest reward. And also, because coaching helped them to expand their sphere of influence, it helps them to, it actually makes them more valuable for the company. So it elevates their career potential. So these are great benefits for anybody that wants to become a coach in their organization or outside of their organization. What I'm here to promote is peer coaching. Peer coaching is a strategic relationship that has a structure to facilitate growth. It has a more unique form of coaching, and it's between two friends, two colleagues, two co-workers, and we can even call it reciprocal coaching. Can we go to the next one? What I like to emphasize on that is that peer coaching is voluntarily, is supportive, is developmental, is observation-based, and founded on trust. And it's confidential. But what is not is not a competition, is not an evaluation tool, it's not judgmental, and it's not a social dialogue. It's a professional dialogue. Can you go to the next one? So I encourage everyone to become either a coach or coachee because it has so many benefits. But what is my role as a peer coach? My role as a peer coach is that I'm your thinking partner. What does that mean? It means that it's very easy to see someone else more objectively than yourself. it's actually, I'm very, when it comes to helping others, I'm usually better in coming and identifying the solution for you than I am for myself, even if we're struggling in the same developmental area. It's difficult to know what to do when we are at the heat of a developmental opportunity. So I can become your thinking partner, even though if I'm struggling at the same area. I'm here as objective support. My stakeholders knows me long, knows all my old patterns because they lived and they actually worked with them over time. But you as my peer coach, you come with a fresh point of view. You are my, you can see me beyond history. You can see more potentials and more strategies out of the box of my habitual work experience. And I'm here to help you be accountable. Why? Because I know that you're going to ask me, how did I do with the goals that I set for myself last week? So I count on you to remember to ask me, and that makes you more accountable. I just mentioned some helpful skills for anybody that wants to become a coach. It's open-mindedness, it's good listening, asking powerful questions, empathy, intuition, detachment, passion, seeing the bigger picture, and curiosity. And even though our communication style matters, but great coaches improve their impact by exceptional listening skills. So coaching is like having a personal trainer for your soul. And I like to know who is your personal trainer, who's your next personal trainer, or if you want to be a personal trainer for anybody else's soul. Thank you. These are some tips and techniques that how much time we have? Is it done? 5 minutes. So these are some techniques and engagement activities. If we like to practice one coaching for 5 minutes. Either two of you could volunteer, become a coach and coachee, and either I can become coach and one of you can become my coach. Any volunteer to become a coach? A coach? We have great leaders here. No?
Can you coach Murda?
Murda? Murda is a coach. Murda, you said you're good at coaching, so you need to show us your coaching. All right, we need a volunteer to become the coachee. If you're not comfortable, I can give you the scenario. If not, you can.
We are learning.
You want to become a coachee?
No. We have
Okay.
We have one here. Thank you.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much for volunteering.
Yes, thank you.
Something.
Yeah, that's very brave.
So, if you get started, you want to...
Either he can start himself by, you can actually explain to him one of the challenges or struggles or something that you want improvement, or I can give you a scenario. But if you have anything in mind, that would be good.
As I said, actually I need a networking or a communication and a problem like that, so you can complete.
Okay, you said I have a problem. When you say I have a problem, it means that I'm stuck. You associate problem with something, a difficulty, a challenge that you're facing. How about changing the landscape, changing the scope? Rather than saying I have problem in this area, saying that I want to improve myself in my communication. Does it empower you? Does it add some energy to you? Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm glad that you confirmed that. So now that you want to improve your communication, what do you think of communication? Tell me, because I'm not here to advise you, I'm here to listen to you and then see what areas I can shed some lights into, right? So tell me about your understanding of communication skills. What does that mean to you?
For me, communication, I need to be helped when I say to be communicated, especially with meeting new people and exploring what they have, what they know, and figuring out what they have and also sharing mine.
So you need help in this regard. Can you not ask people these questions that you just mentioned?
Yeah, usually I don't know.
But can you?
I just started, for instance, now.
Okay. So what stops you from approaching people and asking your questions? And the questions most likely are reasonable questions, right? So you're not approaching me and saying how much money you make, right? How much is your salary? That's not your question, not personal. What kind of question can you think if you would like to ask me first?
For instance, professional communication.
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ask a question.
That's my problem.
It's not your problem. That's how you think. When you frame it in your mind that it's a problem, nobody likes problems. Who likes problems? Raise your hand if you like problems. You like problems?
I do.
You're always an exception.
I saw a problem, that's why they pay me.
So the thing is that nobody likes problems. And in your mind, when you think of something as a problem, you don't want to face it. You want to go and hide somewhere else because it's not something you like. It's not something you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
But just think of it as it is not a problem. It's just a skill that you need to work on and make yourself better. By adding some, what? Some?
Clarity.
Clarity. It's in the theme of today's. That's the art of a coach. A coach challenges the coachee with asking clarification questions to see what is in the coachee's mind. Now I learned from him that he thinks that communication is a problem, but it is not a problem. It's just the way the coachee, this gentleman, perceives the situation. And this perception reduces the level of energy and clarity. He, subconsciously, he wants to avoid problems, right? So anything else?
So I guess what he's trying to say, instead of I'm having a problem with communication, you say, I like to improve my communication skills. So that's a positive word.
Exactly.
And
then,
looking at it as a positive.
right. And if you know what communication means to you, for example, if your communication means to you that I need to approach people and ask my questions and I need help to approaching people, like you want to grab my hand and say, hey Mehrdad, come here. I want to ask a question from him. What question I should ask? Now, if you think like this way, it would be very difficult, right? But you can just take it easy. Okay, with a smile, I approach this person and first introduce myself. Because you have to break the ice between yourself and someone whom you don't know each other, right? You break the ice by smile and introducing yourself. Hi, this is me. You remember we practiced our self-introductory statement? And when you say what I'm good at, these are the hooks that the other person will grab and think. Okay, you're good at squash, for example. Then it could open a discussion on sports or squash or something else, right? So if you just take it easy and look at it from a different angle, the whole landscape will change. Was it helpful? I know it was 5 minutes. But
Yeah, right.
okay,
Thank you.
so that was a demonstration, right? I'll
Sure, thank
listen.
you.
So that was the conclusion of your
Sure,
speech.
if anybody has a question.
Vahideh is
Would
here
you like
for-
to
yeah.
him coaching me?
No, he's
No.
good.
He's good?
He's a certified coach.
I know.
Okay.
Who?
You.
I am a
No,
certified
I know,
coach. So Vahideh is here to answer your questions.
Okay.
One of the things you mentioned in the coaching skills was detachment. Can you elaborate on that?
So I would look at it this way. I'm having a problem with somebody, and you approach me and you say, you kind of having some problem with that person too. So I need to detach myself from any feeling, anything towards that person to be able to give you right directions. Otherwise, it would be my feeling interfering with the problem or challenge that you have that there.
So having an objective view would help.
Could you elaborate?
Basically, not taking sides, having an objective view on this situation or the problem.
Yeah, so you totally basically detach yourself from that situation. For example, if it's giving advice to somebody in their relationship, if it's advice on somebody in their work habits or anything. So it's not your personal experience or dilemma in that area. Maybe it would be helpful somehow to share it, but in terms of, okay, for example, if I'm a feminist, right, and you come to me and I ask about men, so I shouldn't think about the things that I have in mind. I don't know if I'm clear or not. Anything that basically stops me from giving you an advice or a direction that has some personal attachment there, that would be wrong.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me, you mean that it's not, don't take it personal, it's just something that...
Somehow, yeah. So it's not about you, it's about that person and his situation.
Not judgmental, or you have to just talk
Exactly, no
fairly.
judgment. How? Anything you can add to my...
Me?
Yeah, you guys are, basically I heard very good stuff about your experience, so I'm sure you've been a coach before.
Well, I mentor people and do peer coaching and manage people, so.
Anything that you can add to that detachment part of it?
Well, basically, it's a matter of you not having a bias. Basically being open and objective in your assessment of the situation and recommendation.
Very concise, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much.